Okay, so this is 2012 question 5, A part 1, and it's to find the cash purchases if the period of credit received from trade creditors is 2.5 months. So all I've done first here is I've written down the formula. Period of credit given to creditors is this, and we know that that's equal to 2.5 months, 2.5 months. So then if we take some of the information from the question, the creditors is 98,000. So we could say that 98,000 by 12 over, I'm going to say instead of credit purchases, I'm just going to call it X, is equal to 2.5. And however you solve for X, the way I do it is I cross multiply. I say 2.5X is equal to 98,000 by 12. I just have to grab the calculator. Multiply by 12 is 1,176,000. 1,176,000. And then I divide across by 2.5. So divided by 2.5. And that is X is equal to 470,400. So that is the credit purchases. Now, in order to find the cash purchases, which we were asked to find, you need to know what the total purchases are and subtract the credit purchases from it. But the only problem with that is they don't give you the purchases figure up here, so you need to work it out. So I've just done, you don't have to do this every single time. I'll show you a shortcut in a moment, but just to explain it, this is how you normally calculate cost of goods sold in a trading profit and loss. It's opening stock plus purchases less closing stock gives you cost of goods sold. So from here, we know some of these things. We know cost of goods sold, 595. So we know that the answer here is going to be 595. We know opening stock is 45 and closing stock is 50. Opening stock 45,000. Closing stock 50,000. Okay, so if we work our way backwards, so we say something minus 50,000 gives me 595,000. Well, that something must be if I add the 50 back on here. So 645,000. So 595 plus 50 is 645. And then we know that opening stock plus something gives me 645. Well, if I subtract the 45 from this, I get the purchases, 600,000. So the quick way I mentioned earlier is, you know that with purchases you're normally adding opening stock and subtracting closing stock to get the cost of goods sold. So if you want to go backwards, all you have to do is take the cost of goods sold and do the opposite, add the closing stock and subtract the opening stock. So for instance, 595 plus the 50 minus the 45 will give you this 600,000. That's kind of the shortcut. But if you're ever not sure, I would write this out just, to try and figure it out in my own head. So now we have, this is the figure we're looking for, the 600,000 of purchases. We already know that the total purchases, that's the total purchases. We already know that the credit purchase is 470,400. So we just need to subtract 600,000 minus 470,400 is equal to, let's see, 130, 600. Okay, and that's your cash purchases.